Today, a nationwide movement is underway to protest immigration enforcement. People across the country pledging not to shop, work, or go to school. And this morning, hundreds are gathering at the Whipple Federal Building. Audrey Russo joins us live there with all the details. Audrey.
Yeah, Jason, just in the last 5 minutes, this group has started making their way from the park and ride lot all the way up to the street. So you see them walking out of that lot, and you see a large, what appears to be National Guard vehicle. We saw them roll in this morning, and now they are positioned there right at the entrance to the park and ride lot. So just to give you guys a little bit of context of what's going on here at the Whipple building, the protesters are walking into the street. There have been signs posted along the perimeter of the Whipple building telling people stay out of the roadway or face a penalty. Clearly they are not doing that. They are walking into the street right now in very large numbers, hundreds of people at this point. We've got signs out here. We've got a lot of protesters chanting. Things do appear peaceful, though. By and large, we're just hearing people chant. We'll try to get a little bit of a closer look, but again, this is one of several protests planned for the weekend nationwide. One today here at the Whipple building. It began at 8 o'clock. There's going to be one in downtown Minneapolis at 2 p.m. Again, these are billed as peaceful protests, but yeah, folks are walking into the street. Just again, as a reminder, people have been told not to walk into the street and to stay back. There's actually barriers on both sides of the street protecting the Whipple building. And yeah, folks are out here. They are upset. They have they've got vests on that say "Peaceful Observer, Do Not Shoot." Hundreds of people out here at the Whipple building this morning. Jason.
All right, Audrey, keep an eye on it. Let us know if anything happens. We appreciate your reporting out there. You stay safe as well.
We start our 6:30 half hour with our top story this morning, the growing list of schools in Colorado that are closing for the day. And in just the last hour, we've heard from several more that say they're canceling classes altogether.
This is part of planned nationwide protests against the Trump administration's immigration enforcement actions. The first school district we heard from was Aurora Public Schools. They will not be in school today. Here is the message that parents got.
After closely monitoring the number of staff absences across the district for tomorrow, we have determined that APS will not have enough staffing capacity to safely operate schools. We recognize the impact this may have and sincerely apologize for the inconvenience this will cause many of our families.
Now, parents, listen up. For parents, no classes, no before care, no after care in Aurora today. This will also impact the schedule next Friday, which was supposed to be a day off for students. Now they will have to report to class. We'll post all of the information on the 9 News app for your phone. As we mentioned, the list of schools canceling class today continues to grow. Our Jenny Meckles is tracking all of this. Jenny, just in the last hour, we've heard of a few more.
Yes, Corey, they're kind of rolling in this morning as the morning goes on. We now know Denver Public Schools has some closures or some late starts. They just told us this just after 6 o'clock this morning. DPS says all the MI and AN Center programs, these are the specialized programs for special ed students, those are all closed today. Same with all the early childhood education programs. And then DPS says they've got some schools on a 2-hour delay today. Here's the list: George Washington High School, North High School, South High School, East High School, Joe Shoemaker Elementary, and McMean Elementary, again on a 2-hour delay today. We've also learned that Adams 14 will not be having class today. That's a district-wide closure, according to a letter from the superintendent. They're saying this is now a staff work day, not a student class day. We've also learned about individual schools across districts across the state, such as Glenwood Springs High School. They don't have enough staff today because of all the call outs. So they're telling students don't go to class, but the staff that has not called out, they can report to work as usual. Guys, that's what we're seeing a lot across the state right now, is just staff absences at a level in which they can't safely hold a school day, but it's not always a district-wide call out. So I would encourage any parent to make sure you're checking in specifically with not just your district, but your school. And then as we're hearing about any confirmed closures, we're putting all of this into our website on a story about school closures today. So just be sure to check 9news.com as well, guys.
Yeah, and this is an evolving situation. We have seen that list change just within the last hour. So, Jenny, we appreciate you staying on top of it.
We're going to turn to some more news now. No work, no school, no shopping. That's what anti-ICE activists are calling for today in response to recent immigration raids and the killing of 2 people in Minneapolis by federal officers.
So many businesses in Maine are taking part in this nationwide general strike. They're going to close their doors today. Our Katie Delaney is outside in the cold this morning to talk about why they've decided to get involved. Hey, Katie.
Hey, Lee and Sharon. According to local organizers of this strike, around 175 businesses in the Portland area have committed to staying closed today. They say the move is in support of immigrant-run businesses that have struggled or had to close their doors during recent immigration enforcement activities. The goal is to disrupt the economy, push politicians to stop funding ICE, and have federal immigration officers removed from communities across the country. The national shutdown follows a similar effort in Minneapolis last Friday when hundreds of businesses stayed closed to protest ICE. The businesses closing here in the Portland area today include restaurants, bars, coffee shops, and gift stores. One of those stores is the Merchant Company. The shop has also donated all of the proceeds from its record sales this week to Project Relief Maine, an immigrant legal advocacy project to support immigrant communities.
We love Portland, and our neighborhood and our community is important to us. We have over 100 vendors here who come from all kinds of different backgrounds and just wanted to, stand up for what we think is a threat to our community.
There are, of course, businesses that are not participating in the shutdown. Others say that they're staying open today for financial reasons, but will be donating money to organizations that support immigrants. For example, Scratch Baking in South Portland said in a social media post that it will be open today and will donate 100% of its profits today to some organizations: the Maine Solidarity Fund, Maine Needs, and Project Relief Maine. We also do want to note we did reach out to the Department of Homeland Security for comment about the nationwide shutdown today. We have not heard back. Live in Portland, Katie Delaney,
News Center, Maine.
New at noon, just this morning, people gathered in Portland speaking out against ICE operations in Maine. News Center Maine's Christian Harsa was at that event, joins us now live this noontime. Hi, Christian.
Hi, Brian. Yes, it was here at First Parish Church on Congress Street in Portland that about 100 people gathered to protest ICE's operations in Maine and to show support for Maine's immigrant community. Now, today we heard pretty staunch skepticism that ICE would be scaling back its operation here in Maine. And I heard from one speaker, in fact, who said they are aware of at least one detainment just yesterday. Now, this press conference lasted about an hour and a half with a dozen speakers making their voices heard. Speakers ranged from the Maine AFL-CIO, a Portland City school teacher, and to Portland Mayor Mark Dion. Messages today focused on the fear felt in the wake of ICE's operations, efforts in Maine to fight back, and calls for Senators Angus King and Susan Collins not to support funding for ICE.
I want to thank everyone who goes to the street. You are doing the most important work possible on behalf of our understanding of community. You are doing all you can to defend the Constitution that I've taken an oath to protect.
We demand our federal delegation end all funding for ICE. We demand that the governor take action to bar violent immigration enforcement from our state and to enact an eviction moratorium to protect those who have not been able to safely go to work and earn a living.
Now, the demonstrations today are just beginning. We're going to see just up the road here at Monument Square, protesters gathering at 3 p.m. And around the greater Portland area, we are seeing more than 175 businesses closing their doors to stand with solidarity with immigrants here in Maine and also show support for businesses in Minneapolis. They're hoping that this mass closure will have a large enough impact to maybe grab the attention of Washington. Brian.
Christian Harsa live for us in Portland.
And what do we want it? Thank you.
Today, some Knox County students and teachers traded time in class to protest the deployment of federal agents across the country. It's part of a nationwide movement to ice out federal agents and immigration operations. And it comes almost a week after an intensive care nurse was shot multiple times by federal agents, including a woman earlier, and also a woman was also shot by federal agents earlier this month. Both happened near Minneapolis. Crowds gathered at the World's Fair Park around 9:30 this morning. They say being there was important to them.
We have a lot of first-gen students at Farragut specifically, and a lot of my friends are first-gen students, and I feel that they could be deported even if they are born in America, and I think it is disgusting to allow ICE raids into schools.
Personally, my parents are both immigrants, and they didn't become citizens until just last year. What Trump is doing is unjust, it's disgusting, and I can't imagine the amount of students out here that don't even have the opportunity to go to school like I can. It's unfair for me to be in school when I could be fighting for them.
The student strike comes after KCS said it would follow the law if ICE attempts to enter school campuses. In a statement sent to us on Wednesday, the district says students who choose to leave or disrupt the instructional setting will receive consequences, and they will all then commensurate to skipping class or disrupting the learning environment.
Yay. Live news! Yo, we're gonna be on Channel 12 News! Hello, Channel 12! Can we go back over here? Ice out! Oh my God, camera girl!
Yeah, what's up?
What brought you guys out here today?
Just wanting to support, like, we just wanted to do the right thing, I feel like. I don't know.
Me personally, I saw that the stuff affecting our communities, like especially Hispanic communities, it's not right. Especially that they allowed targeting of like people by color. They allowed that in the Supreme Court, like I think a few months back. That's just not acceptable. And as you can see, there's multiple stories on the news where you have these people getting taken out of their homes without like a judicial warrant from a judge, or all these other people who are just getting snatched off the streets. And I don't think that's okay, especially little kids that are being snatched from their families. They're not allowed to see their mothers, or vice versa, where the mothers are being snatched and the kids are, alone and they don't have any kind of support system.
So what's their message out here today? What are you hoping to accomplish?
Abolish ICE, man. ICE out.
What you said. Just abolish ICE.
And, can I get your names?
Yeah.
My name's Jackson.
My name's Andrew.
Is that a coincidence or?
Andrew Hura.
Okay. And what's your last name?
Jensen.
Jensen, what grade are you
10.
10.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Have a good day.
Yeah.
Why are you out here?
Oh, I'm out here because I was raised in a family where we stood up for what was wrong, and what Trump's doing in office and ICE is doing isn't okay, it's wrong. But I'm out here to try to make a difference, try to help and stand for the injustices. But, you know what I mean? I feel like it's a civil duty for all of the U.S. citizens to stand up for when it's not right. That it's a constitutional right. I'm sorry.
What's your message out here today? What do you hope
My message is, if you ever get the chance to protest, if you don't like what the government's doing, stand up, make a difference. Even if you're the only person protesting, you can inspire others to come out and protest with you. Because I skipped the protest once, but I'm out here today to redeem myself.
Do you fear or think that ICE is going to be targeting neighborhoods around your school?
I feel like maybe there's definitely a chance, but I think their hotspot is Phoenix, LA, you know what I mean? Goodyear is a small city. They could though. I feel like once they're dry out Phoenix, they're gonna come to the other cities to look for people who fled the area.
All right, perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You too.
Catch you back up to the group.